WWE's TLC is this Sunday, and we have two more matches to go over. One of them just got added, and the other one has a new stipulation. First off, we'll go through the SmackDown Tag Team titles are on the line as Slater and Rhino defend against Bray Wyatt and Randy Wyatt, aka Randy Orton, if you want to be that kind of person that still calls him Randy Orton, when in fact he has been a vital member of the Wyatt family, so why not call him Randy Wyatt? I mean, he didn't have a weird last name like Harper or Rowan, but, you know, or something that would kind of fit the mold of a Wyatt family, like a Strowman or a Wyatt or a Harper or a Rowan or something like that. Not a different name, but a unique last name. Even though Orton is a unique last name, he's been Randy Orton all his life, so might as well make him Randy Wyatt. And over the past few weeks, he's transformed into a Randy Wyatt, in a way. To the point where Randy Orton, which is Randy Wyatt, obviously, but in his days as Randy Orton, he's been the sole survivor for Survivor Series, almost every Survivor Series match he's been in, if not all of them. And him and Bray won for SmackDown Survivor Series, so it makes sense that they are a tag team. They beat American Alpha last night on SmackDown, and last week they were going to be announced the final team for the Tag Team Turmoil, but they moved that up a week, and last night they defeated American Alpha, so now they face Slater and Rhino. And at this point in time, I feel like it is time for Rhino and Slater to drop the belts. Not that they don't deserve to win the match. I wouldn't be surprised if they retain the belts. But Bray Wyatt, if you look at Bray Wyatt, he has never won a championship in his WWE career, unless you count the Florida tag titles when FCW was still a thing. Other than that, I don't recall him winning any championship in WWE or NXT. Aside from any developmental, FCW is probably the only belts he's ever held. Which is sad if you look at the career life-wise of a Bray Wyatt. Even back when he was the Ferrari tank, the fucking tank with a Ferrari engine. It's been so long I forget how he fucking said it, but it's a tank with a Ferrari engine or something like that. Husky Harris. God, was that fucking horrible. And look how much he's turned around since then. It's fucking great. But, you know, and plus Randy's a former world tag team champion, if you think about it, so they have the experience of tag team wrestling, especially Orton. But I feel like the Wyatts will win that match. And finally, the Women's Championship is now official, but it is now a tables match. Which is interesting because we have not seen a table match on the card until now. Becky Lynch will defend against Alexa Bliss. For those who've never seen a table match before, basically, if you go over the table, you lose. And in this case, if Becky Lynch goes through the table, she loses the SmackDown Women's Championship. I don't know on this one still. And we talked about it yesterday. But with that, I don't know, because we saw Becky go through a table, and she has some kind of not spinal contusion, but some kind of spinal bruise, which I've never really heard of. That has to be very serious if your spine has a bruise, let alone the body of your spine, where your spine is, has a bruise. The spine itself apparently has a bruise. So if that is the case, then it probably wouldn't be wise for her to go through another table. I didn't see her land on the table wrong or anything. I mean, you know, people that say, "Oh, this business is fake," you know, how do you learn to fall through a table? You don't. You just fucking do it. Because the table's fucking real. But the fact is, you know, if she has that kind of spinal bruising on her back or where her spine is, and I'm just going with what Becky has told us last night on SmackDown and on Talking Smack. We don't know if that's 100% true. We don't know if that's actually a thing going on, but she had an ice pack on her fucking spine, so it must be serious enough to have that happen. So I feel like the injuries of Becky Lynch will be her downfall, because I don't know if Vince, or let alone SmackDown, would want to have a champion that is injury prone, much like Dolph Ziggler was over the years with the world title, which is unfortunate for his career as well. But you know, I feel like this is Alexa Bliss's time, because if Alexa Bliss could easily put her through a table last night, she can easily do it again, put her on the top rope again, poke the eyes, whatever. There's no disqualification, so you do whatever you need to do to put them through the table. So at that point, I feel like Bliss will win. And that, if anything else happens, unless there's a pre-show match, this will be it. TLC is this Sunday, and if anything happens within the next few days, we'll let you know. Because you never know, there could be a pre-show match, there could be something going on. We don't know. We'll just find out from there.